stitching and other stuff. This is our channel about cross stitch. And let's see, today is September 19th, 2021. And it feels like fall here now, finally.
Definitely fall here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And if you've never watched us before, we're a mother-daughter team. And then we have two of my daughters joining us today. Not all three, but just two. And they are raring to go.
We're in Washington State on different sides of the state.
So we Zoom it.
Yeah, we stitch and we also do some knitting. So sometimes we show knitting and knitting related things. So, but mostly cross stitch.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's quite a carryover between cross stitch and knitters.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people do both. One needlecraft multiplies to more needlecrafts. That's what I think.
More supplies.
More mess in your house.
More project bags.
More of everything.
Dad said, because I was going to start packing up dishes because we're going to be moving in a couple of years. And I wasn't going to put everything back in my hutch. And so I go, where are we going to put these boxes? You know, because we have a small house. He goes, well, I was going to put them in the yellow spare room closet, but you seem to have taken that one over too. Because in this room, in the closet over there is all my yarn stuff and my cross stitch stuff. But then there's like extra craft stuff that I just want handy that I don't need on a regular basis in the other room that I've taken over. So I told him I would condense that down and put everything in a dresser that's in there and open up there's a wedding dress hanging in there right now and some other things that we can work around, but we can definitely start stacking boxes of stuff because we need to start going through stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you unplugged my computer.
But I definitely have, it's grown. If you told me 10 years ago I'd have the yarn stash that I have, I would have laughed you off the face of the earth because I was not ever going to be
a yarn store in your house.
It's my retirement yarn.
I'm allowed to buy yarn in retirement because you already have all your yarn.
I don't have any money. I actually have yarn to show today in my haul.
You what?
I have yarn today to show in my haul. Yeah, beautiful yarn.
I do not, but I have some knitting to show in my haul. I'm pulling up just really quick the email from our featured friend. So if you have not watched us before, or even if you have, I guess bears repeating, we love to feature our friends on our show. And if you're watching, you're our friends. That's how we see this. So anybody who sends an email at our email address that's listed in the description box below with a picture of a project that they've finished or that they're working on, we love to highlight and feature you because we know not everybody has the time and energy or whatever to do a Flosstube, but it's fun to see what everybody else is working on.
Yeah.
So this week,
share with your special one. Get some accolades because there's some amazing crafters out here.
Yes. So this is somebody who's somewhat local to us that contacted us while you were in Ocean Shores, right? And she was wondering if you were around and wanted to visit, but I think the timing didn't work out because you were not in the Ocean Shores for very long. We were
there like basically
2 days or something.
2 nights, but we got there late, basically did a little shopping, went to dinner and went back to our hotel room. And then the next day we were there. I feel like we were there 2 nights, but the next day we were at the ocean. She didn't contact us. We didn't get it until the day we were going home. Yeah. And so we were kind of in a hurry to get home because we had the flooring thing happening the next day. So anyway, we didn't get to meet up, but I would love to. And she actually knit the same sweater pattern that I knit for baby Junie. And she actually had reached out because she had some questions about it way back when I started it.
Yeah, so several episodes ago, we answered her questions. Well, I didn't, but you talked about it. And she sent in a picture of the finished sweater. So I'm going to insert that. Oh, and her name is Susan Parker. Sorry, I should have said that earlier. So this is Susan's finished She's Like a Rainbow sweater.
Was it a grandchild or a? She said
did for her granddaughter. She says, I'm forwarding a pic of the sweater that you and her, you guys both did for your granddaughters. And then she said, so sorry we weren't able to meet up while you were at the ocean. Hope you had a good trip home. And that your floor turns out fantastic, which by the way, it did. We should have you do a little video.
Yeah, I will.
Put at the end, because everybody has walked with us through your floor drama.
Which new kitchen drama.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Dad was in doing the dishes. He's like, what's going on with this faucet? Now I have one of those faucets that comes up and goes down and you can pull the hose down out of the top of the faucet. Mm-hmm. That hose has got some massive leak in it. So so at first we're panicking thinking, is there water going down below the cabinet and under the new floors?
On the new floor.
It's not, it's just all happening right at the faucet. But this faucet is only a couple years old. And you know, faucets, if you looked at faucets recently, are $200 and $300. And so not happy ever, but he did figure out that he can replace the hose that goes in the hose. Yeah, of course, trying to find one at a local store is hard. There's so many different kinds, but Amazon to the rescue. He's got one coming. So good. I thought this kitchen just hangs on.
Just goes on and on and on.
I could just see us having to call our insurance company. We have another water damage claim.
What would they do? They'd be like, you're on your own this time.
Yeah, sorry. We're stopping you. Anyway, I will. I'll
yeah. So we'll put a video at the end of just a quick walkthrough with the pretty.
I'll send a picture along also. I don't think I took a video, but I have pictures of the before.
Oh yeah, that would be good. So
and then put the video walking through the house.
That'd be good. Yep. Okay, Millie, do you want to go first? She asked if Rosie wanted to go first. Somebody asked to go first. I can't remember. So Rosie is 8 years old. She's been cross-stitching a couple of years probably now.
Yeah. Well,
Rosie, look at this cute top.
Oh, that is cute. That looks grown up. Looks like a 1950s
with little Peter Pan collar.
Oh, looks like something my mom would have worn back in the 50s. Cute. What's on that collar?
It's flowers, blue.
Oh, I see now. Okay, cute.
So cute.
What are you wearing on the bottom? Skirt?
A skirt. You want to show? Here, if you go over there, I'll tilt it. So
you didn't know this is also a fashion blog. Oh, cute. Oh, those are some wild leggings there, little girl.
The little flowers that match the skirt. Those are Gymboree, and they think they went together in a set, but this top, the top that kind of went with them got too small.
Oh,
we got a different top.
Yeah. So you did some stitching on your pen.
Yeah, a bit of stitching on. What's the project? What's the pattern called? Yeah, train you up well.
This is your public speaking education.
I know.
Giving a report.
You can tell us what you did, what you've worked on. The pattern is called
Pen Pals.
Pen Pals. And who made this pattern?
The Frosted Pumpkin Stitcher.
Hold it up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Now we can see it. Oh.
And who gave you this pattern?
Mimi.
Yeah, it was a birthday present. I kitted it all up for you. There might have been a missing floss though. Have you noticed that? I think I was.
I think I bought it.
That was for
it was Millie's that was missing a floss, and we got.
Oh, I thought for sure Rosie was too, but okay.
Oh, well, if we find one that we're missing, we'll just buy one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Back during the DMC floss shortage.
Yeah. What did you work on this week?
I worked on that, the flag, and this.
The stand. Oh, okay.
Did you make a mistake?
No.
That you did that the wrong color? No?
Oh, yeah, I did it the wrong color.
The flag, but it's okay. I told her it was fine. It was supposed to be the other shade of, there's 2 shades of pink.
No, it was supposed to be this red.
Oh, it was supposed to be a bright red. And you can pull it out and put the red in, which makes sense because usually mailbox flags are red so that the postal delivery person doesn't miss it. But that's okay. Just don't tell Poppy that you got mail stuff from.
I saw this is okay. I just have to tell you this. I saw a meme on Instagram. It was a letter that somebody wrote to their mailman. Dear mailman, excellent person who delivers packages and energy bills. Thank you. But can you help me out? Something like this. There's a spider living in the corner of my mailbox, holding my mail hostage. So could you please murder it for me? It looks like this. And then this little drawing of a spider with these little legs. And it was funny. And then it got really funny to me when she actually had to have a drawing. It looks like this.
Oh, can you please murder
So
it?
that's bad.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh. People are so funny. Well,
Yeah.
Me.
Good job, Rosie. Little by little, you're getting it done.
little by little, little by little.
Mhm.
Okay.
Bye.
I love you.
You don't want to leave. You just
Are you tired or something?
you sleepy. They've been doing a movie marathon of the Harry Potter movies. We're reading book 5, so they're just gonna watch up through. But we've watched them all after we finished. But then they've been begging to do a movie marathon since the weather cooled off a little bit. They're like, "Ooh, it's movie marathon time!" So
Yeah.
we got home from church. Yeah, we're gonna show your clothes.
No.
Oh, okay.
Don't.
All right. Who's this? Hi, Millie. How are you today?
Good.
Are you having an okay day?
Sure.
What did we do after church today? Let's do a little interview.
Did you wear that gold jumpsuit to church today?
We let all dress code rules go. No dresses were worn today. Well, Rosie chose the skirt.
Uh-huh.
Usually,
Lady wore jeans.
usually I request dresses for church, but I think I'm going to do once a month.
That's like something from the 70s or
Should
something.
we do a little model? I know. Just stand.
Oh, okay.
It really is.
Oh, it's short-legged.
Yeah, there. So she wore her high-heeled, leather-looking boots.
They're the only clothes shoes that I can.
Yeah.
They're my
Sorry if
collection.
there's a fly that keeps flying. The flies, it's like Exodus in here, like epic proportions of flies right now. And I'm not kidding, like epic.
What's happening?
Jessie just circled around in our kitchen with a fly swatter.
You got
And they're
like,
slower because it's cooler.
They got like.
I mean,
30
like
flies.
30 flies in a couple minutes. And that's just like the tip of the iceberg. We have fly paper, which I hate. I hate fly paper. But I bought some big fly paper kind of to use outside. I put one in the chicken coop and it was like covered in flies really fast.
It still is.
I have one hanging in my kitchen, which is like so gross, but it's actually better than all the flies on me and the food when I'm cooking. Yeah. And then we have one that was stretched out wherever the sun was hitting the table. It's like a wide fly paper. It's not like one of those fly tapes. Yeah. It's like a fly paper. So we put it across the floor where the sun was hitting by the slider door and caught like ridiculous amount of flies. It's so bad this year.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I noticed that when we were at your house. They were just.
I think it's because we had that mild winter and a really hot summer and they didn't die when everything froze. So I'm hoping we get some nice cold weather to really kill them off this year.
I was in the bathroom today and there was one. It's just this persistent, stupid, annoying fly. I mean, I've had more than one in my house, but this one is just in the bathroom. And it kept landing on the toilet seat and it kept landing on me and it kept landing on the counter when I was blow drying my hair. And I'm like, okay, I'm done with this stupid thing. It's just buzzing around me. So I ran and I tried, but I could never catch it. So I went and got a fly swatter. Dad's cracking up. I go, this fly is staying in this bathroom until we get it. So don't leave this door open. So all of a sudden I hear him cracking up because he can hear me in there. Whack, whack, whack. And I think I got it, but I never did find the dead body. But I'm like, I am so over this fly. It's been in here for 2 days, bugging me. I hate flies.
I mean, right now I can turn my head and I can count a couple of them are outside. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just on the window. Just on the window right here by us. We have a big picture window there and there's like, ugh.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's so bad.
There's like 20 on the window.
Anyways, should we show what you worked on?
Okay.
Okay, what did you do?
Okay, I'm working on this.
What is that?
The Swan Princess.
Tiny modernist.
What's your favorite thing on it that you've stitched yet?
I like all of it.
You like all of it? You don't have a favorite part yet?
Nope.
Do you have a least favorite thing that's on there that you had to stitch?
The swan.
The swan.
It's really hard.
Why?
Because it was a whole bunch of white.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true cross stitcher.
White of every cross stitcher in the world is lots of white.
Oh, you started on your border. Cute.
Oh, that's the other thing we were going to go to Hobby Lobby for, was the frame for your other
Oh,
piece.
yeah.
The hoop. We're going to frame her other piece in a hoop. I was trying to remember what we wanted to get to Hobby Lobby for.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's
That
really
is turning out adorable. Love it.
I do.
Well,
As much as I complain about borders, I really do like the look of borders. I mean, there's some
and
really
add a
cool
ton
things.
to a piece, even though
Yeah,
they're
I'm
not
really
there.
stressed about that gathering eggs border though, and making sure that comes out even, because if you
Well,
make a mistake.
Yeah, but you know what's easy about it is that it's like 3 stitches down and 2 across. You know, like you'll know if you make a mistake. It's not just having to count like 500. You can count in chunks. So it's actually not too hard.
If you go across and then you're coming up, I guess you can always add.
I guess if
onto
you
it.
were half a stitch off, then that might be a problem. But
Yeah,
you would probably just make a long stitch.
I'm half a stitch off a lot lately. I don't know. Linen is really becoming a
But
challenge.
Yeah, mine's on even with, I think so.
Yeah, yours is. Mine is
Yours
not.
linen. Oh.
So I'm finding several sections where I've had to redo because I stitch off or I've fudged around a few of them, but sometimes you really can't fudge around it. Sometimes you have to fix it. So, but that, I guess I could just do my quarter, just do the corners, just hope they match.
Just add an extra stitch somewhere.
Nobody would know. It's a busy enough border that you wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
Because it's checkerboard. It's kind of
Yeah, and nothing else is hinging on it. It's not like it lines up with the pattern in a certain way or something, because that bottom, well, if you haven't seen the piece we're talking about, then I'm showing it later today.
I'm showing it too, because I worked on it this week.
I have a previous finish and a finish. So I'll show a previous finish.
Finish.
This is something that you also stitched, but I think you finished it I think yours is in a frame.
Oh.
You remember what this is called? Because I can't remember.
Jolly Jack, I mean. It's a Not Forgotten Farms.
Not Forgotten Farms. Yeah, something
Mine's
about
a flat
Jack.
fold, actually. Oh, I think.
Oh, you did a flat fold.
I did a flat fold. Yeah.
Dogs are freaking out there. So I liked stitching this. I stitched it on the same piece of Ada that I had gotten. I showed last week that I stitched something else on. It was a bit, I still have more of it. It was a big piece, and I tea-dyed it pretty dark. And I was thinking about using it again for something else, because I still have a little bit more. So I could probably do another 1 or 2 small fall things like on it. So that's my previous finish. I have that out on my little end table.
I wonder where I put mine. I had 2 cross stitch pieces.
Yeah, you had it sitting on your little table.
Out this year. Yeah, I have my glow in the dark one.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking about trying to frame that again and giving it to Andrew. It's the one thing I've stitched that Andrew remembers and talks about. And I just thought maybe he'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my monitor. I feel like I'm either.
Oh, it's probably okay like that.
Like this with it
Right
off.
yeah.
It was in a baggie. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then I had that Jack, Jolly Jack, or I feel like it was Jolly Jack.
I should have looked it up. I didn't. I just grabbed it off the thing.
Yeah.
Not Forgotten Farms though, so for sure you can, or Farm, Not Forgotten Farm.
It's cute. It was a fast stitch.
It was pretty quick. Just all that orange for the pumpkin took a while, and there's a ton of French knots. But once you get going on those little French knots, it was pretty easy.
But they are cute.
I think I might have changed the brown if I did it over again to be a different color against this background, but it's all right.
Yours is very. I remember we showed these last year. I feel like you showed this last year.
Yeah.
It's very different. I don't know if you.
I might have substituted with what I had. I probably did.
Like my bird and your dark brown is I did it in black. I'll find it for next week.
Yeah, I think I went with called for probably for the key and the bird. I might have just substituted like the orange or something. I'm sure I stitched it in DMC though.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's DMC.
I'm sure I did too.
Because I think it was just kind of one of those, I just want to stitch something fun and light.
Yeah. I'll try to find.
My other finish is a new finish.
Oh, your sweater.
I did it. So that's the hood. Let me just hold it up like this. This is for my friend's little baby. This is a baby shower gift a year late. So I need to block it still. I think those zigzags will kind of smooth out. And here's the back, all finished. Underarms sewed up nice.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And sleeves are done with this cute little.
Cute.
Garter and the hood, all done.
All done.
Ready to give to her. And I'm going to start knitting Millie a sweater, which was one of the other reasons we need to go to Hobby Lobby, because she liked a yarn. I think they'll have it in stock, and if not, I'll order it from their website. So we picked out a sweater pattern for her.
Okay.
So there's my
Time
finishes.
to start knitting for them again.
It's time to start knitting. Yeah, you know, if they're asking, sorry, that was my phone. If they're asking for me to knit for them, who can say no to their kids who want to knit stuff? Of course, I'm not going to say no. I want to say yes. So what did you work on this week?
Well, of course, we've talked before. We're both doing the ABC and Go through Magazine Monthly Facebook group. And so it's just a bingo based on the letters of the alphabet. And so I looked through. I had 3. Hold on. 1, 2. I had 2 things that were called twice, because you can put projects on the same project on multiple letters. So then you work on them a little bit more. So I will start with Dreaming Girl, which is my Barbara Anna Dreaming Girl SAL. And I worked on her for D for Dreaming Girl, which was on Monday. And I worked on her yesterday for H, because there's houses on it.
Yes.
And
you did her twice.
Yeah, I did her twice. It's on very small. It's pretty hard to see. I feel really bad, but I am putting pictures on Instagram. I will be anyway. Here, hold on. Let me see.
Did you do the meetup yesterday?
I did not, because here's a little life story for anybody that cares. Friday night, we had a horrendous windstorm blow through here. And it was like a November kind of windstorm, which is a problem in November, but worse now, because now our trees all still have their leaves on them. And in November, the leaves are gone. And so the wind goes through the trees better, but all of our trees are still fully leafed out. So I think Dad heard that we had some 60-mile-an-hour gusts, and I believe it, because you know that heavy white planter box I have on the back porch by the barbecue that has the lemon tree in it?
Yep. That tipped over.
That flew over. That just totally tipped over. Yeah, there's a piece of wood that flew across the yard. Yeah, kind of like a 2x4. Yeah, it was bad. So consequently, we had several transformers around us blow. And so our power went out, and it would go out long enough for us to think, oh no, it's not coming back. And then it would come back on. And then boom, another one would go off. And we never lost it permanently. It always came back on, but it was really hard on our computers, even though I have a surge protector. But I think what happened was it shut my computer down, and I the first time, and it came back on. And so we reset the router, because we were in the middle of a movie, and I came in here and restarted my computer. I don't know why I did that, because I didn't need to be on my computer. I don't know why that bothered me. But then of course we had another power outage shortly after that, and we had another one. And so then yesterday, when I got on my computer, I wanted to get on my work site, because I wanted to check on a couple things for work. And we have a VPN, which is like a network that you sign into that's secure. My link to that on my desktop wasn't working. I was getting an error message. And I didn't know what the error message meant. And I'm like, uh-oh. And so I happened to be talking to my friend on the phone, and her son, who's an IT guy, was at her house, just happened to be there. Well, he's taking care of her husband who had hip surgery, but she had me on speaker, and I said, yeah, I've got this weird, we were just chatting. I said, I got this weird error message, it's DBL, blah, blah, blah. And he could hear me, and he goes, that usually means you've got something corrupt on your hard drive. And I'm like, oh no, don't tell me that. Because everything else was working. And so I thought, okay. So I said, I probably should uninstall the link and reinstall it. He said, yeah, you should try that. So when I did that, everything was great. I managed to figure out how to do it. I had some instructions, and then it said, you must restart your computer now. So I restarted my computer. I went about, made lunch. I was probably cross-stitching, thinking, because it takes a while for my computer to come up. And I wandered through here, and I thought, what? And I had 2 big screens. I mean, on both screens, it was like a big print, and that's never a good thing when you have messages in big print. And it had to do with my keyboard, to choose which language I wanted my keyboard in. It had like as Uzbekistan and US, but my keyboard was totally dead, and my mouse wasn't working. And I thought, I don't want to restart that. I don't know what to do. So I just left it. Candy from the 614 Stitcher had IM me on Instagram and said, don't forget about this meetup, because there's a Zoom meetup for this.
The magazine monthly challenge, which
Yeah,
I wanted to get to, but I didn't get to.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought, I don't dare. I don't want to mess with this computer till Dad gets home. And basically what he did was restart my computer. So I should have just done that. But I just don't like when I get those big scary messages. I'm always like, I don't know what to do.
You want to make it
But
work?
it ended up I can get online now. So I can. But the weird thing is when I do log on to my work site, it's different. So either I had an old version that never updated, or I don't know. So I'm going to still have to follow up with my IT department, and they can shadow me and I can show them. But anyway, long story. No, I didn't.
I was just wondering if you didn't.
I did not get to, but I worked on Dreaming Girl. I did the little tiny sailboat. I did all the gray windy swirls on both halves of it. And I did the moon. Actually, I think earlier this week I did the big, yeah, I worked on it twice. So earlier in the week, I worked on the big sailboat again. I had to rip it out and restart it. Yeah, and so I did the face on the moon in a darker thread because it didn't show up.
I like that.
I have to do those fish still.
But that's all just fill in. That's easy.
Yeah, and then that means the whole top half is done because she's got more hair down here and leaves and a winter scene. But I had seen another gal, I think her name is Purple Peacock on Instagram, something Peacock. She did a gray-haired version. I think hers was a gray-haired version on a very similar purpley kind of fabric. And she did, whoopsie, she did, come back here, Dreaming Girl. She did these flowers and the houses that are down here in blue. And I loved the look for it. And I had messaged her and asked her what blues she used. And she told me. So I'm thinking about ripping, she might have done this one in blue, but I'm going to leave these the pink. But I'm thinking about doing these in the blue that will match the blue houses. And if you don't realize it, this is a seasonal piece. So it's like, this is spring, this is summer, will be fall down here, and then this is a winter scene. So anyway, I didn't have the blues that she asked that she used, so they were like 3,800 something. So I went to Joann's, got them. So that'll be next, and she does come up again, I believe, one more time on my board. Maybe not, but I do love her.
Yeah, it's turning really, really cute. I like it.
I also had to figure out what I'm going to do for the lower half of her hair, because the lower half of the hair is a third color.
It is. Darker.
Yeah. So I picked out a few different grays.
It's not the same as the snowflake.
I feel like it's a different color. I feel like it's a different color.
I can't remember now because I did mine in the called for color, but I can't remember.
And these fish are filled in with a gray, which looks great on the original redheaded girl. But I didn't want gray, so I'm going to do them in blue, kind of a. And then the blue houses are right below that.
Yeah, so that would look nice.
Yeah. So she got, it doesn't look like much, but it takes me a long time. I'm stitching this 1/2, and I think it's on a, I don't know what fabric, I don't remember what fabric this was. It was a fabric flare. And I think it's 36 count, which makes sense. But the holes got even smaller when I dyed it. So I have to really look when I'm doing this. And I don't know, there's something about doing it with one thread that gets tangled more for me. And so I'm really careful when I'm stitching this. And this is one that I get off half a stitch on often because the holes are so tiny. Yeah. So anyway, I worked on her. She's going to get done someday. I don't know how everybody got her done so fast, but I'm definitely bringing up the rear. I worked on, everybody will be thrilled to know, Button Up. Button Up got some love. Button Up got some love.
Oh, good.
Button Up
got finish that,
whole little kid got done.
Wow.
And a little bit of that tree.
Oh, man.
So I think there's a couple more trees. I don't remember what else is on there. Oh, there's a dog. I think there's a dog over here. And then I got one square left. And then I'm also going to rip out this winter and do it in white.
Aww.
Yeah.
Cute.
So that made an appearance. This also is tricky. I love the dye job that I did on it, but the holes, when I baked it, they're very uneven. some are bigger, some are smaller. They kind of, you know how sometimes thicker threads, they get kind of, they don't fray, but I don't know how to describe it. But anyway, sometimes I get off half a stitch on this one too. And then, and then what did I work on? I worked on Things of Winter got called twice. Oh, this is by Alicia Paulson. In case I'm not going to show the picture, but it's pretty much done. I have one more thing to do on it.
Oh.
But I finished the ice skate
and the kitty.
And the kitty. And all I have left is there's a string. Oh, I did the French knots on the tree.
Oh, the light. Oh, cute. Oh, yours turned out so cute with the different sizes.
Yeah, because I do them so well.
It wasn't intentional. It looks intentional, so there you go.
Well, it might have been. I think I did some where I wrapped it around 2 times, and I think that one I wrapped it around 3 times, and I wasn't gonna rip it out. But anyway, thanks for pointing that out. And then yeah,
I thought it looked intentional, so that's good.
So all I have left up above is a string of Christmas lights.
You're almost there. You'll have that one done for Christmas, I think, for sure, if you want to.
Yeah, because it's going to come up one more time on my board.
Or winter. I guess you don't even have to have it done for Christmas.
Right. For winter, probably for winter. And I think there's a couple little scattery, like there's these little tiny
diamond things,
pink motifs that I did.
Yeah.
And yeah. I
never count those. I just like stick them where I think they should be.
I kind of did that too because I wasn't feeling it. Oh, and I had forgotten to backstitch my mittens.
Oh yeah, I feel like she probably doesn't even count them in her model. I think she just sticks them on.
I think so because there's enough space you can kind of get an idea. But
it's not my bet.
Critical. Yeah, you're not counting off of it.
I took a nap today and I feel like you can clearly tell because my hair got even flatter than. Yeah, it just didn't start out right. I'm getting a haircut this week. I hope I need to schedule it, but
yes, you need a haircut. You'll feel better.
Chop it off, and I'm gonna feel so happy when I do. Not like really off, but several.
And the last thing I worked on, and she has been worked on a couple times during this month, is my Gathering Egg Girl.
Oh yeah, and I worked on her this week too.
This I'll show this time. It's Nora Corbett's. It's an older pattern. You can still get it. I thought you could only get it in the magazine, but you can still get the pattern. It was finally released as a separate. She's a lot of work.
She's so cute, though.
A lot happening in that dress, let me tell you.
Yes.
So I actually had worked on her previously this month, and I had to rip out a little bit of what I did because I'd gotten off a row.
Oh.
So what I did was I did all of this, and I redid some of this, I think. So there's some more blue and then a whole bunch of white. Yeah. The part I'm working on right now, this part is a blend. It's a turquoise and a white. So that adds an extra special set of but she is gorgeous. I do love her. But I look at the pattern, I think, oh man, I got a long way to go on her. She does get called again for me, I believe, this month. Maybe. I think she does. So, and then the last thing I worked on, I actually probably worked on it. I might have shown it. I don't think I showed it last week. I haven't worked on it. It was my Joyful World. I think I did. I didn't work on it a ton, but I pulled it out last night just for fun because I had worked on it all week, and I'm still working on my owls.
Okay.
Because the September Joyful World Square is 2 owls.
Yeah.
My husband and I celebrated our 39th anniversary on Friday. 2 owls, kind of.
Too sweet.
Okay, I'm gonna take the hoop off. So I did work on my owls a little bit. Oops. Sorry.
It's
so big.
Hi, Opal. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry if there's like a ton of noise in my house today. I feel like it's very noisy over here today.
I worked on the owl. And that's all I did this week.
Cute.
Showing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready to fill in his face and do the contrast colors. Yeah. So
nice.
I'm hoping to work on him a little bit more today because
really cute.
The thing about AB Single that I'm finding, and I found this to be true when we did Baringo in January, is that I put, you only have to work on the piece for an hour to qualify, but then I get sucked into
You want to just keep working on it.
right. And so like this kind of, piece that I want to be working on every month gets
pushed off. I know. The same with my trees,
yeah. So today, what she called today, I'm only going to work on it in an hour and put it away and work on my joyful world. Because the month is halfway over.
I know. More than halfway.
How? I don't know how.
That's
What did
crazy.
you have?
Well, let's see. Okay, I'll just show my knitting first because it's at hand. So I finished that.
I did not knit.
And I am going to start a sweater for Millie, but I don't have the yarn yet. So I went ahead and picked this up and knit for a little bit. This is a hat for me. And then I made a mistake. I can tell where it is. Several mistakes because I didn't really understand how the pattern worked. Now I understand how the pattern works and I'm not ripping it out. It doesn't impact anything other than just kind of the look.
It's not gonna
It doesn't matter. And I don't even think it's that noticeable. But this is nice yarn to work with. This is the yarn I got in the Mall of America when we went back for Grandma Ruby's funeral. At the little yarn store. And was it who got mad at me? Tina or Julie got mad because I didn't show, I think it was Tina because I didn't show my.
Oh, it was Stitching at the Cabin.
It was Julie. Okay, Julie from Stitching at the Cabin. She was scolding me for not showing my hate, but I'm like, well, everything I did, I'm in the process of ripping out. But here you go, Julie. I didn't even work on this week, but this is where it was last week when I put it aside.
Look at you go! Look at
so
that.
much fun.
So
I had basically almost that whole little, is it a 10 by 10? Is it 100 stitches? Yeah, right, 10 by 10. I had it basically full and then I decided to rip it out because I realized I was going to do half cross stitches. And I haven't gone back to it because I've been.
Squares is 100 stitches.
Oh, I think so. It's 10 by 10. 1, 2, 3.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
So once that's full, that's 100.
Tiny. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So and it was definitely feeling too full with 2 strands X's. Like that's what the pattern calls for, but I felt like that was too heavy.
Well, they do, I think, come out looking like tapestries in a way.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been okay to keep going like that, but I think I would have really not enjoyed working on it.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to do just half crosses, 2 strands, half cross stitch going. Well, I'll go all the same direction, but I'll probably go bottom right to top left leg.
Like how we cross ours.
As if you're doing a final cross. Yeah, the second leg.
It's too mind blowing for me. My mind doesn't handle that very well.
Yeah, I think it'll be easier on a full coverage than it has been on my, I talked about this a couple weeks ago, on my shores of Hawk Run Hollow because there's so many places that are not full coverage on that. So, but I am doing that on my Hawk Run.
I think it definitely works better on a full coverage.
Yeah, I think it will probably be a little bit smoother. So I didn't even work on that. So I'm just showing that because I didn't show it last week and I got a talking to, not really. I couldn't quite remember. I didn't jot down and I didn't have time to go look exactly what I worked on this week, but I'm pretty sure I pulled everything out that I worked on. So I'm also doing AB Singo, which I really am loving. It's really fun. So look at my board. It's so full. I actually think I have 2 bingos. One here. Where's the other one? There was another one right here. And yesterday was my birthday. We haven't even.
Wait. Where's your second one? Oh,
right. I just have different tape because yesterday was my birthday. Haven't really talked about that yet, but I got new washi tape.
Oh.
I'll show it during haul, even though it's not technically cross stitch haul. I brought over a few of my gifts from my family to show. I didn't bring over the things you gave me though. That would have been a good idea.
Okay.
Anyways, so this week,
just so you know, while she's tooting her horn about her bingos, I have 2 bingos too.
Yes, you do. Yay, bingo.
Finally.
Eventually we'll have all full coverage.
I'm doing blackout, man. I'm going for blackout.
I'm going for blackout too because it's fun. So for D this week, when they drew D, I got dimensions. So I worked on my dimensions project. It's called Valley of the River Beck. This will come up at least one other time before the end of the month. And I did a bunch of fill in. There was a couple light green spots like up here that I just hadn't ever gone back and filled in.
Wow.
I did a little bit of, let's see, a little bit of fill in, like just a few spots that I just had wished I'd you know, I missed the first time around, and then I did some blue here and some brown here. I was kind of all over this. So that's where I'm at. I have a lot more to go, as I always say when I show this piece, because this is basically going to be fully covered. I counted down. I will have enough room. I was starting to get paranoid, even though I started it in the, you know, like I counted very carefully to make sure. I started over like here on a page that matched sort of the middle or the third. I will have enough room.
You worked up to the corner?
I started in the corner. No, how did I do that? Yeah. I think I started here and then I've worked up. I'm pretty sure that's what I did.
Uh-huh.
I think I started on that house. So I will have enough room. There won't be much left. It'll be a little less than here, but it'll be enough to do some kind of very careful.
Are you not doing it on the call for on the kit fabric?
I am. Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know, but I was starting to get nervous when I was looking, but there's about this much left probably to go down.
Yeah, that's enough.
So it'll be fine. So I worked on that pretty much, I think, just sort of all night because I was on a roll. This is one that once I get going on it, I do enjoy working on it, and it's hard to put down. And I love seeing kind of the progress coming about.
How I feel about gathering eggs. I get going on it and I just don't want to.
I feel like that about that one too. Okay, I gotta move my my tunnel of trees, I think might have been called twice this week, because I don't think I showed this last week. I think it was called for T for tunnel of trees and L for leaves, because there's a lot of leaves. Oh no, it was U for tunnel of trees, TUNEL. I don't have a good picture. I keep forgetting to grab the magazine. This is a black and white, which does not give the impact at all of why I chose this pattern to do. But here is, oops, I dropped the thread where I'm at.
You got a little trick-or-treater done.
Got a couple little trick-or-treaters, like a Minnie Mouse and a ladybug.
Oh, cute.
And I did a lot of the ground around the red and black trick-or-treater. So
Cute.
I did that this week. Hang on, I dropped a thread. I'm gonna forget it. So I don't forget. Okay. So that I think came out twice. I think I did the trick-or-treaters the one night and then the brown ground the other night.
Yeah.
For H, I worked on my Hawk Run Hollow, my shores of Hawk Run Hollow. And I'm starting this third square. And
oh, yay, you're over now.
I'm over onto a new square. That's
I'm getting tired of.
You're tired of seeing my fish. I was getting real tired of seeing those fish too.
You do that little tiny
I
border.
did the border, and that's about 100 stitches. It's about 90 this way, I think, and about 10 now. That took me a long time. This is when I get off half a stitch a lot. I have to be so careful. And I am doing the border with one strand X's.
Okay.
Then when I do the, partly just to keep it consistent with the first square I did before I switched to, I think it looks better anyways to have those X's on the border.
Because you don't have that full, you don't have any
full coverage, so otherwise it just doesn't quite look like cross stitch. So anyway, that's all I really got done on that, but it's a start. And usually I do part of the border. Sorry, I'm putting it back in the bag. Usually I do part of the border and then start
What bag is that, honey? What bag do you have them in?
Nothing.
Okay, honey. A Ziploc bag would be better than that.
That is not a Ziploc bag.
No, that's not it's too rustly.
I know. I just have so much on my plate right now, Mom.
Too hard to get over there to get a Ziploc bag out of the drawer.
I have too much on my plate right now. I can't even. Here's my next project bag, if you're all wondering.
That I want to point out that yellow daisy bag is what I get my hair products in at the salon that I buy.
And then you bring them over and give them to the girls with little gifts in them, and I grab them and I'm like, that'll do for holding my floss and fabric.
Oh, look, Mimi bought a new project
I'm a
bag.
budget stitcher. I'm a budget stitcher.
Mimi brought new project bags
I
over.
don't work, so I don't have an extra income. That's changing soon, but that income's probably going to go to ballet for the girls or something like that. I'm making good headway on my toile sampler. This was T on AB Singo, and I did this little girl. So Are you laughing at me still?
I'm still laughing about that daisy bag because I buy my hairspray in it. Oh gosh.
It's cute. It's cuter than this.
It is cuter than that. I'll try to get bigger ones for you. Okay.
Guys,
I know she's got bigger ones. She's also got some black and white ones that are real cute.
yeah, you've given me some of those, but I haven't used those. This is the only one I use for sausage, and I'm not even sure why I have that.
You're saving the other ones for a real special project. You're right. Oh, okay, sorry. Oops. Somebody's at my front door. It might be my husband.
You guys, just don't judge me. Just don't judge me. I'm at least stitching. There's something, right?
You have content. That's good.
I still enjoy pulling it out, no matter what bag it's sitting in every night. I still like getting it out. I did that little girl. Look how cute she is with her. Hang on, let me get it up closer. Look how cute she is with her little stripy top and her
It's cute.
scarf around her head. And
It's amazing what you can do with colors of blue, huh?
huh?
It's amazing what you can do with just a few colors.
3. This whole thing is 3 colors: a dark, a medium, and a light. It's super adorable. So I'm almost done. I mean, I really just have about this much left across the bottom. So I'm easily 2/3 done. Yeah.
Let's hold the pattern up again.
It's in this book. Let's see, here it is. So I have like,
Oh, okay. You got another whole band to go. Okay.
I have another band basically. So I'm probably 2/3 done at least. And then I've got the alphabet. The trees. I'm getting kind of tired of stitching trees, I have to say.
A lot of stitching there, girlfriend.
I do have a lot left, but I mean, considering I got that whole house done,
Yeah.
this is the hardest. This will be the hardest thing. I was like, oh, that's not gonna be very fun to count how to do that blue.
Ew.
Excuse me while I put this back in my produce bag. Okay, the rest of my projects are actually in real bags. This is what if you were wondering, this is what I keep my dimensions in. And this is what my height is currently in. Nothing, I don't have a bag for it. Nothing big enough.
Were they keeping it real stitches? There's
I mean,
a long ways. I have a few project bags now.
you have quite a few projects. I think all of you.
I do have more disposable income than you do.
You
so
do.
I'm not mocking you for real.
I use my disposable income on clothes for my kids, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous how much I do that too. I worked on this for C. Was C this week? P? No, P is today. C for cranberry and pines. Maybe I didn't work on this.
Get called this week.
Oh yeah, maybe I didn't work on this. Let me look. I don't think I worked on this week. I was too busy with all those other things. Okay, but I'll show it anyways because here it is. So I didn't actually do any progress. I don't think I did. But man, isn't it so pretty? But this is why I'm tired of doing trees.
Yeah.
Those blue trees aren't going to be.
And
Well, I guess
those blue trees are very similar in style as those trees.
I know. So maybe it won't be too bad because it'll just be like stitching what I'm already used to. I do really love this pattern though. It's cranberry and pines from Rosewood Manor. Okay, I did work on this though. I don't know. Was O this week?
Sunday.
Yeah, okay. So I thought I worked on this week. I did. This is my big monster white piece. I've been working on forever and ever. I feel like I remember showing my start on this one, like our first
Maybe.
Flosstube. Yeah, it's been over a year and a half. Okay. I did all bunch of white on the ground. White on the ground, here. Just lots of white.
Someday you're not even going to care it had all that white. You're going to be, how cute is it with all this white on here?
Look how nice it looks, all snowy. Can you see the white even?
Yep, I can see it.
There we go.
Yep.
Piece is cute. It's cute. Oh, see, more white. Stuck on. Okay, so I did that for O, for ornaments. You know, I wasn't really working on the ornaments. Oh, sorry, that's my phone.
Okay, I think it just has to have it in it.
I was watching a TV show the other day that had like somebody's phone was blowing up with text messages and it was the same ringtone as my text messages. And it was very disorienting to hear my texting on like beep, 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 beep. Kept looking at my phone like, what? Okay. I don't really need to show the pattern for gathering eggs because you just did.
Yeah, we're both doing that because we did a SAL for gathering eggs. I don't know if anybody else is doing gathering eggs with us.
I don't know. It's our own little SAL, a mom and daughter SAL.
She's much farther along than I am, clearly.
Yeah, I'm coming along. I worked on.
So I'm looking at where I'm at on yours. So I'm on that.
About here.
Yep. Over. Yep. Right in there.
Yep. Oh, there's a fly. Hello, fly. Goodbye. So I'm doing the blue on that background, and I'm starting to get up to the flowers, which is nice because then it really feels like fill-in and makes those flowers pop because you can hardly see them from the yellow.
You know, I kind of just want to be in that meadow. I think that's probably why I was so drawn to this.
Looks so idyllic.
I just wanted to stand there with all those flowers around me. There's just something about them that I just love.
Yeah. Would you like to be holding a basket of robin's eggs?
Well, that too would be fine.
That's not really necessary.
But I just love the setting. I think just the whole setting of it just really looks so idyllic and I don't know, just fresh and peaceful maybe.
It makes me think of that Daisy girl that sorry, oh my gosh, this voice makes me think of that Daisy girl I stitched a long time ago.
Why don't you get your little electric zapper thing so you can watch
bad at those. Dad is so good at zapping those things, and I'm way better with just a regular manual fly swatter.
Him too.
I don't know why. I can't ever catch them with the electric one. I might now soon because things are slowing down. They're not as fast as they were in the dead of summer. Okay, so I'm pulling over my gifts. So
you know, we get flies, this certain kind of fly over here that it'll be in my family room, and all it does is they just fly around and around in a circle above our heads. They're just like these weird, they don't land, they just fly. Remember those? They just fly around and around. I don't know what kind of fly they are. They don't ever land.
I know. I don't know why yours don't land. Mine land all over the place on my head.
I don't know. I mean, I get some that land, but there's these ones that just never land.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what they're doing up there. Maybe it's their death throes. It's what they do right before they die. I don't know. Flies do weird things right before they die. I feel like they get like frantic. When it gets cold here and then they're about to all like kind of die, they're weird. It's like I think they come in from the cold where they're kind of sluggish, and then they come in here where it's warm and they like wake up and go insane.
Sounds like an Alfred Hitchcock movie to me.
Yeah,
flies.
It's kind of feeling like that around here. I won't show you the pictures and like I won't subject anybody to that, but it's pretty awful. Do you have any haul this week?
I do have some haul. So do you remember last week I think you linked to the shop that I bought those tiny little project bags from. Well, I went back and did a little retail therapy. I forget why I did this, but I bought a couple of Christmas ones, and they're tiny. They're just going to have like ornament. I don't know what I'm going to put in them, but so cute. And they've got zippers. And then I bought this. This is kind of more Christmassy, but this one's just plain wintry.
Oh,
that's so cute.
That is.
It would be cute sitting out on
like a Debbie when I have.
It does. It's cute. So I bought those. And then the other thing I bought was the one thing I got for haul. Okay, so a little backstory on this one thing I'm going to show. So I met a gal several years ago through Ravelry, through knitting, that lives in another state. And she has just become a dear, dear friend. And she and I have done swap packages together. We'll just swap. We put together we used to like have a theme. Like we did a summer one. We've done Christmas ones. We've done Valentine's ones, and we just kind of include yarn and maybe yarny things, and then other little goodies. Okay. Well, we didn't do much of that during COVID. She was unemployed part of the time because she was a retail worker. And then out of the blue, she sent me this gorgeous one at Christmas time. And we hadn't agreed we were going to do a swap. She just sent me this gorgeous package. And so I started gathering stuff up for her right around that time, but never got it put together to send to her. And I had stuff sitting around. And then recently she started having some really scary health issues. And so I sent her a little care package or something. No, I didn't. I was going to. I sent her the one. Okay, no, I sent her the stuff that I had bought at Christmas, but I took the Christmassy stuff out and made it just more neutral and sent it to her as kind of a pick me up. And, not out of the blue. I mean, she's in the middle of this horrendous treatment right now. It's not cancer, it's something different. And out of the blue, she sends me this autumn box that just, we both love fall. We message on Instagram. And so I'm just going to show this really quick. She sent me these two, along with other things. She sent me these two beautiful skeins of yarn. One's a Madeline Tosh. That's just
oh my God.
so gorgeous. And this one is called Dye Candy, dyecandy.co.uk. And I mean, super. I mean, I just sat here and everything was wrapped in turquoise and orange and tan. And she sent me some like caramel crunch and pumpkin stone mix and some little teas and a soap. Okay. Totally. I mean, I kind of sat here and wanted to cry because she's the one that really needs a package. And I was going to send her something. I thought she was going to be in the hospital, but she ended up being able to go home. So I thought, okay, I'll put together something. So I ordered some stuff online for her, and I made a mistake on my order with Jimmy Bean's wool. I thought I was ordering 2 different skeins of fallish yarn for her, and I actually ended up with 2 very similar. So I'm going to keep one of them. And one's a skinny single. This is the skinny single. And so a skinny single means there's not a lot of ply. There's not a lot of twist. And so you get a more halo-y, but this just, oh my gosh, I saw this color and I'm like, she and I both love it. I forget the name isn't on this skein, but I feel like it was auburn something. So I bought a skein, this same basic colorway for her, and I'm keeping the other one, but anyway, then somebody was talking about this Woolly Cabin indie yarn dyeing company. She was going to close up her shop and wasn't going to dye yarn anymore. She kind of reevaluated her life, but she apparently had quite a following, has a lot of yarn, and I thought, oh, there's been so many people that I've seen that they talk about these people's yarn, and then now they're going out of business, and I never got a chance to order. So I ordered a skein of her sock yarn. It is called the Long Winter. It's superwash and nylon, and it's very wintry.
Wow, that's beautiful.
So that came. It was, I think she had them marked down too, but so soft. If I wished I'd ordered more of her stuff because it's very soft. And she sent some I think she sent some little tea along too. So that came, and then the bags came, and then the last thing that I ordered that finally came, I was kind of bummed it had taken so long because other people were getting theirs and I was seeing previews. If you want to get me a magazine for Christmas again this year, this is the one I really want.
Ooh, good to know. Oh,
it only comes out 4 times a year, but I do love this magazine. And this is a Barbara Anna on the cover, and somebody has already practically got it stitched. And I love that.
That gear one is cute too. Is that punch needle?
Yeah, so this has got, if you're new, this is punch needle and cross stitch. But I tell you what, you guys, I think almost every one of the cross stitch ones in here, not all of them, but majority of them I want to stitch. So there's that Autumn Squirrel, and very famous people have patterns in here. Twin Peaks Primitives has a pattern in here. It's not one that I think I'll stitch, but it's gorgeous. But I was going to look for one. Sub Rosa has a
oh wow,
different kind of look. I like that primitive kind of looking fall. And basically every other project in here is a stitched project. Priscilla and Chelsea have one in here. It's just a simple little fall pattern. But the one that I've been collecting all year is by Janine McGowan of the Blue Flower. She's done this trellis, Seasons of the Heart, one for each season. And I think I have spring and summer, and this is the autumn one.
Oh,
look at that owl and that hedgehog. So there'll be a winter one that comes out, I'm sure, and their Christmas edition is usually double the size. So that's definitely one I'll stitch. Then, and there's some, if you do punch needles, gorgeous punch needle. This I thought was kind of cute. It's by Lucy Beam. It's hard to see the words, but it's basically says Halloween gourds. I thought it was kind of cute.
Fun.
And then there's May your harvest always be bountiful, but oh no, that's not it. That Ivana Pfeiffer usually has an article in here on how to finish different ways. Lindy Stitches has one. I haven't been stitching her cat series, but it's cat in asters. So I think she's had a seasonal one each month for that one. And then this one I really liked by Violets and Verses. It's an autumn one.
Oh, that's pretty.
Isn't that pretty? Not very complicated. I think there's one more in here that I really, really loved. Well, I know the Janine McGowan one I really, really want to say. Oh, I know what else. There's a Biscornu in here.
Ah,
By designed by Giulia Manfredini of Giulia Puntiontici.com.
Oh, that's cute with the tassel. Wow. That's
Yeah, it's got somewhere in there. It's got little crystal beads too. I'm not sure. I
On
can't
the
see them in the
edge.
picture.
On the
Yeah,
edge.
there they are. Yeah, on the edge. Anyway, I thought that was
Wow, that's
really
cute.
pretty.
The colors are really nice.
Biscornu, yay!
Biscornu. We have a special heart place in our hearts for Biscornu now.
Oh, I am going to work on mine. Oh, and then there was this last one by Roveris, which I like her
I
stuff.
like Varus. Yeah,
It's really pretty.
that is pretty. Oh, I like that. I would stitch that and put it up somewhere, like as a pillow.
And kind of a-
I can't
yeah.
tell how it's finished, but it would be a cute pillow.
I think it's stitched as a pillow.
Well, it's really
But
cute.
that fabric, that bluish fabric,
Mhm,
isn't that pretty?
I like that. It's really
And
pretty.
that does call all for DMC.
That's pretty.
Yeah, just DMC. I would have thought that pumpkin with it, but she uses different colors of orange to get that variation. And then the last one is by Teresa's Primitive Treasures on Etsy. It's kind of an ABC fallish sampler.
Oh, that's pretty cute too.
Isn't that cute? So well worth the wait. Definitely. I'm trying to think if there's one of these I might stitch for my October acrostic, because that's for the
yeah.
magazine monthly or my magazine start,
Yeah.
I guess. So that's really all the haul. I didn't really buy. I bought a few threads when I went to Threadneedle that I needed for my Joyful World, just kind of stocking up on a couple of colors that are going to be used a lot.
Yeah.
That's about it. I have some patterns coming that I've ordered. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Candy from the Sichuan Four Stitcher said that she had flea market flowers that she was going to start, and she said, "You want to start it together?" And I said, "Yeah." So I did go to that quarter shop and I did place an order, but I don't think I ever got a confirmation email from them. I need to go back.
Yeah.
And then I had ordered something else off of. Yeah. Anyway, they'll come eventually. I think another pattern off Etsy, but I'll show it when I get it. But that's it. Now what's your haul?
I had some
Your birthday
gifts.
haul.
So these are not all cross stitch related, but these were things the girls picked out for me and got. This is lit up. It's got a little light inside. It's it's hard to see because it's daylight.
Yeah.
There you go.
I didn't even get you any cross stitch stuff for your birthday this year.
So cute. I know. That's all right.
Oh, well, Christmas is
And
coming.
one of the girls picked this out for me.
Oh.
In all things, give thanks. Little pumpkin. So that's been in my windowsill since last night.
So you're adding to your autumn decorations.
Decorations.
They're getting old enough to be on the bandwagon.
Okay, and they're all kind of messed up, but look at this fun set of washi tape. I asked for washi tape because I was stealing Liddy's. She doesn't even probably know I was stealing Liddy's to mark off my AB Singo. And I thought, I kind of wish I had some washi tape just for my own. I never really bought any. So I was stealing hers, but now I can use my very own. And she got me this huge set at Hobby Lobby. All these different.
I don't think I've ever even looked at their washi tape before.
I know they have nice washi tape at Hobby Lobby. So if you're ever looking for washi tape, you should look there.
I have a
It's
bunch
good
that I
price.
ordered online on Amazon.
They got all this for $15. Normally this would be easily $30 anywhere else.
Oh yeah, that's not always cheap. Those are pretty.
And then
Lots of options.
Rosie got me from Hobby Lobby a frame, and I have yet to figure it out, but I think I might try to put my Snow Queen on it.
You mean like a scroll frame?
Yeah, it's like a little scroll frame. They got it at Hobby Lobby.
Wow.
I told him I wanted to try it. I told Jesse I'd be interested in trying something like this. So I haven't figured out how to like, I think you put the fabric in there and then just,
It didn't come with any directions?
yeah, it does on the packaging. I just haven't done it yet because my birthday was last night. So I haven't really
Fun.
cross stitched much since then. Well, I cross
I
stitched.
think I knew they had scroll frames there.
That might be kind of new. I don't remember really seeing much of that before. So I don't know, we'll see how it works. But it's kind of nice not to have I can imagine this being nice to just hold. Eventually, I do want to get a Lowry work stand, and I think this would clip onto it. I don't know for sure, but I imagine so. So anyways, and then I got this very exciting package of meats when we went to Michael's today after church.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. So that's my haul.
What did Jesse give you?
I didn't bring it over. It's a big picture by an artist I like. He does a lot of sort of statement art. I don't know how else to describe it. He is a Christian, and so I should have just grabbed it and brought it over, but
that's okay.
It's artwork by this guy named Scott Erickson, who I like. On Instagram, he goes by Scott the Painter. So you can look him up. Really it's very simple, like kind of interesting ideas. And anyway, and then he got a frame and a mat for me.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plans?
Yeah.
What are your plans?
My plans are to keep doing my ABC and work on my Joyful World. But my other plan is I need to get cracking, because on my October ABC monthly goals was my seasonal sampler that I started last year for the magazine monthly.
You haven't put that out yet to show any.
I have not. It's sitting there waiting for me. I'm here. That's it. This is going to be a lifer project with me. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't have.
It's so cute.
It is cute, but I'm not very far.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to work on this tonight. And I started feeling like my whip go is kind of falling by the wayside.
Mine has 2 this month because of Baby Singo for sure.
I'm just
Before this,
behind.
I was picking up.
I know it. I'm just so behind. I don't have July done. I don't have August done. I don't have September done. And I'm just thinking.
I'm behind too.
I think I'm just, depending on how I feel after September, I may just kind of abandon it for this year and just.
Fine. Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, it's my hobby. And
I'm not doing any of the entries for giveaway. I haven't kept up on the social media portion of it at all. So
I haven't done the ABC weekends or the WIPGO weekends or anything like that. So it's just more for my own. But I thought I do want to do it again next year, but I am definitely going to rethink. I really I kind of laugh because Carolyn Zook from CZooks is just so organized and so goal oriented. I'm like, I'm so not that. But I need to be a little bit more goal oriented on my bigger projects. And so I've kind of been thinking about how I can kind of make sure those are getting worked on in the middle of all my smaller projects.
Well, I mean, and I need with your Joyful World, that's kind of been your big project this year. And
it has. But things like this needed to get worked on, and I don't know. Anyway, I do, and I wanted to figure out. I need to kind of start planning for what I want to do for my next. Because I do want to do another monthly piece, like Joyful World next year. And then there's a couple different options out there. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do. So this is going to get worked on. And then I did pull out, because today's letter that was called was P. I haven't worked on it yet, but I will work on it today. It was my pumpkins. Boo.
Oh my God, that's so
and I have I have some bats and some other little, there's a bunch of scroll work back stitching along in here. And there's some French knots that kind of go in a few of these areas. I'm trying to think what else I have. Can't really show you the pattern. There's one more spider. Let's see here. They're not very long. One spider up here, I think, and a bat. And then just, like I said, some outlining scrolly kind of
so cute
stems. Yeah. But it is cute, and it's so close to being done. So I am going to give this some love tonight. And that's my P. But other than this, Joyful World, that pumpkin, that sampler, seasonal sampler, that's all I know that I'm going to work on. I do know that what was I thinking? I was thinking about something else. Oh, well, I can't remember now. Oh, I need to make my plans for my October magazine monthly.
I
I
haven't
need to
done
start
that.
thinking about that.
I haven't thought about that yet either. I also will work on my AB Singo. Tonight will be my Biscornu for puppies. So I'm pulling out the
I need to
Biscornu.
work. I do want to pull my Biscornu out. I haven't worked on that for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That's coming out.
I didn't pull it out this week at all, but usually I had been working on it. I pretty much just worked on my AB Singo pieces this week. School started. So you all know my time to stitch is more limited because in the evenings, I'm often kind of pulling together. This is what we need to get done tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'll work on my Biscornu. I have never done a Mill Hill kit, but I have this and the whole kit, and I've been wanting to do this. Did you give this to me? I'm not sure where I got this. I don't really know. Maybe somebody sent this to us. I cannot remember for the life of me, but I've had it in my I want to start for a long time. And it came with.
If I had given that to you, I would have bought it at that little shop that went out of business and there'd be sale tags on it. I think it did,
because whoever got it was for $3. So either I got it there or you got it there. One of us got it there, but it comes with all the floss.
Yeah.
And there's a needle in there and the buttons. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
So it seems silly not to do this. So, and I've been kind of wanting to have a smaller like fall start. You know, I don't have enough going on, as you all feel the same, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I do think I might start that tonight. I was going to try to start it last night as a birthday gift to myself to just start something new and fun, but I didn't. I just worked on my Hot Run Hollow while we were watching TV. And then I probably should work on my stocking, that pine tree stocking. I do enjoy working on that. I'm saying I'm tired of trees, but I'm actually really not that tired of trees.
Right. And you were doing at least a tree a day,
trying
right?
to do a tree a day. So I want to go back to doing that this week. If I could get 2 trees done a day, then I'd probably be kind of back on track with finishing it around when I wanted to finish it. Otherwise, I mean, we're almost to the end of this AB Singo. There's not that many squares left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, but there's 5 extra days, isn't there, for catch up?
Yeah, they don't go to the end of the month.
7 days away from the end. So this will go up through Saturday.
Goes to the 25th.
The 25th is Saturday. And then you have extra 6.
Just next Saturday, huh?
Yeah, that's the 25th.
Well, then I can kind of tell you what I'll be working on this week because they'll be calling all these numbers.
I'll be working on.
I'll be working on, Mary and Minty, the Brenda Gervais Christmas one. My Joyful World, My Year at Hawk Run Hollow will come out. That pumpkin one. Things of Winter come out one more time. And Barbara Anna comes out one more time.
I will have that Alicia Paulson Spring, When That April. Hawk Run Hollow will come out again. My Snow Queen will come out again. The Bookshelf will come out again. Farmer's Market, that
your little Amish piece.
Yeah, not Lavender and Lace. What is the name?
Told in a Garden.
Yeah, Told in a Garden. My Dimensions will come back out again, the Riverbeck one. My Biscornu is coming out tonight, and that'll be all the. I'll be sad when this is done because it's been such a nice way to like touch a lot of projects. And like,
well, I suppose you could put your own together, just spin every week, every day.
Although maybe I might kind of go more monogamously for a while. I like touching lots of projects.
I think they're going to do it again in January. I think they've alluded to that. I was going to mention Alicia Paulson. So I showed my Things of Winter that I just saw on her blog post, her most recent blog post, that they're re-releasing Leaves by Hundreds Came, which is the piece I showed last week, my finished. They're releasing that kit. And they're releasing the Things of Autumn, which is the autumn companion to that Things of Winter. They're releasing that kit again too. Re-releasing them.
So if you're interested in patterns to get the kit, which it is nice to have them just come.
It is. The patterns are always available PDF. I believe PDF, always PDF. But the kits sell out, but they, and they're releasing a couple of other things that they found in the attic that they had in older kits, like a quilt, something with the quilt strips or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, they're kind of ramping up again.
You know what I wanted to re-release are some of those patterns with the Maggie Rabbit, the kits.
Are they all not available anymore?
I thought they weren't available, but I haven't looked lately.
Maybe not the kits. Maybe the patterns.
Patterns are still probably available, but I don't think the kits have been available.
I have a doll pattern, you know. I have one of the doll patterns. The kits. I have one of the doll kits.
You do? Oh.
I do. Yeah. I probably won't do it till I retire.
Yeah,
I have more time. I just don't have enough time to split between all these hobbies.
I know. I feel the same. We have a
I'm
giveaway this
reading. I did.
Oh,
I
read.
did. Well, I didn't read it all last week, but I did read a little bit this week, and I'm still reading The Widow of Frick Island, and it's just a quirky little story. It's all I can say about it. It's quirky.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's fun. It is
yeah.
fun. But I'm still not very far.
I finished The Witch's Boy by Kelly Barnhill, which I really did love all the way through. So then I've been reading a book for work I think it's called The Connected Child, and it's about just foster and adopt kids, because I probably will, when I'm working, I'll probably have some of those on my caseload based on the referral source that I have. So it's nice to just be informed. And then, so that's not really fun reading, but for fun, I'm reading 11/22/63, more focused.
Yeah.
I'll pull that out, and I'm going to try to make more headway on that, by Stephen King.
Yes.
It's a creepy one, just like not really scary so far, but just kind of creepy.
Creepy. Somebody else commented that they're reading it, or they have read it.
Yeah, I can't remember who. I didn't go back through the comments before we started the video, but we have a giveaway this week. We didn't last week.
We have two, because I have a second thing that's not cross stitch related, but it's related to our Flosstube.
Oh, fun.
That I can show you.
I don't know what this is.
Well, I'll just say it right now. So the first thing I thought about is that I know that not a lot of people our age want to read young adult fiction, but I did buy the Snow and Rose book when Sarah was raving about it, and it does have the most gorgeous pictures in here. And there are people that follow us that have children that might want to read it, or granddaughters, probably more girls than boys, but I shouldn't say boys wouldn't want to read it. So if you're interested in this, the first comment to come through that says they want to read Snow and Rose, I will send it to you and pass it on, because I don't need to keep it. It's gorgeous, and you can hardly tell I read it.
Yeah.
It's nice, thick paper. I mean, it's a gorgeous book.
Is
thick paper.
It's
got
it's a beautiful printing.
But you have it already, so I thought I don't need to give it to you guys because you already have it. But it is stunning. So if you have a special little person, or if you just want it for yourself, it was a delightful little read. It really was. Just
read it
the first comment. The first comment that comes in, we'll get this.
Okay.
How's that? That make sense?
But they should say that they want
way.
Snow and Rose, not just the first general comment, but the first comment that just
the first comment that comes in that says, I want to read Snow and Rose, because they come in order, right? By the way, Sarah, you need to check. We got a scam comment.
I saw that come through, and I forgot to go back and delete it. I know. Sorry if we're getting some yucky comments on there. I usually try to.
I was just kind of an ad. Yeah.
There was one that was kind of yucky, I think. So sorry.
Was there? Oh, I didn't see that one. But our other stitching related, I picked up the other day. It's by Homespun Elegance, and Sarah and I were looking at her Etsy shop, and oh my word, does she have some gorgeous fun things. But I found this in my needle workshop. I did not do Christmas. I went with Halloween, and it is this fun piece.
It is really cute.
She does have a couple of charms that Sarah can link to.
Yeah, I'll link to her Etsy shop below. The pattern doesn't come with the bat and the star charms, but they're easy to buy off her Etsy shop, and they're not very expensive.
And it's not a real hard pattern. It looks really cute. She does, did I tell you? She does convert. She uses weeks, and then she also has DMC and anchor conversions. So we didn't say we were going to use the word. Oh, we were just going to say cat. Just use the word cat somewhere. And it'll put you in the drawing for it, and in time to stitch it if you want to for Halloween, or put it away till next Halloween. But I kind of want to keep it
because we need to. I know, it's a really cute one.
So that's that.
Yep.
And do you have any other life update?
No, just trucking along.
I'm dreading work. I'm way behind at work. I was going to work this weekend to try to get caught up, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's going to be a bear of a day, and I have jury duty in a week. So send me happy thoughts, guys. I don't want to get on a case. I don't want to be on a case. I did look up what municipal courts handle, and they handle really, hopefully, things that'll just settle out of court before we get called, like car stuff, DUIs, minor domestic violence, maybe. I don't even know. It was, yeah. So I'm hoping I don't get called on a case. I've been called for jury duty 5 times in my adult life, and I've been on 3 different juries.
I've been called at least 2 times, and both times I had no way to leave my children with anyone. So I was able to, and actually I think one of the times they ended up canceling it. It settled, like they didn't need a jury.
Here's my gripe of the day, though, because, you know, everybody says, oh, they just pull your name by random. Although I have a multitude of friends that are my age that have never been called, and I've been called 5 times. Really, I'm that lucky. I should be playing the lotto.
Yeah.
But not only that, folks, I got called, my son got called, my daughter-in-law got called, and now my other son got called.
And Jesse got called too. This last couple months.
4 of us with the Gats last. That's 4 of us in the last month with the last name Gats.
Yeah.
So I don't for a minute believe that that's just random luck. No way. I'm not going to buy that. So I couldn't get out of it. Sam will get out of it because he's the one living in Indiana, and he got called for jury duty here in Washington. So he won't have to do that. And it's in person too. It's not Zoom. I don't think they could make him do it anyway if he's out of state. I don't think when you move out of state. Yeah.
Jesse, I think Jesse would have done it, but he's a student and it was going to interfere with his class. Like he wouldn't be able to do classes.
And don't get me wrong. I told Sarah earlier, I would gladly do it if I wasn't working, but it is definitely a burden when you're a working person. My work, at least as a nonprofit, is pretty generous. They give us 5 whopping jury duty days. But if you spend 3 days just sitting around waiting to get on a case, and then you get on a case and it lasts longer than 2 days, you've already eaten up your 5 jury duty days. And then you get to start using your vacation time to pay for jury duty. And I don't think anybody should have to use their vacation time to do jury duty. I think our system is a little flawed, and I think there should be better compensation for doing jury duty. When my husband gets called as a federal employee, he gets it paid regular pay. He gets paid his regular pay no matter how long he's off.
Interesting.
So that's just my biggest thing. It's just stressful when you're working and you don't have people covering for you and all that. It is kind of fun to be on it if you don't have any other pressures, which is why I think call retired people. Call the retired people. They don't have anything going on.
Nothing. All of you who are watching that are retired, we think you should have to do jury duty.
You should all be doing it more than I'm doing it, at least one time for my every 5.
Hey, I have a crowdsourcing question. So if anybody's watching this and has a good source for, this is very specific, a good source for ordering earrings that are either like titanium, like surgical titanium, or surgical plastic, or what would be another metal they use? I'm trying to remember. There's one website that I order earrings for Millie from, and it's Blomdahl, and they have great earrings. They're of course pricey, which I'm fine with. We do it kind of as a gift when it's Christmas or birthdays or whatever, but also, I mean, it's only one company, so it's a limited selection, and they have some cute little girly ones, but a lot of them aren't very little girly, which is fine too. Like anyways, I was just wondering if anybody has a source for those, because her ears they're not just infected, it's like irritated, infected, and almost like within a couple hours if she wears even stainless steel, even like hypoallergenic earrings do it for her. So the only thing we've found that works for her to wear earrings is, so far we haven't tried any of the surgical plastic, but we have actually tried regular plastic earrings. You know, you just buy them on Amazon, and those did it too. So whatever it is about the surgical grade titanium, she can wear. So we went to Claire's this week. I'm assuming that's a national. It's a earring jewelry shop. So I took the girls into the mall and I bought them each. They had like a certain amount to spend as a reward for something they had done for school. But Millie couldn't buy earrings because none of the earrings there. They did have some titanium earrings there, but they're like, of course, $30. And the other earrings are all like $5 to $10. So she's okay. She picked out other stuff, but she's always asking, like, could I get more earrings? And I'm like, yes, but they're like 4 times the cost of what your sister's earrings cost. So they're kind of one of those things that.
How much are the earrings on that website that you've looked
like
at?
30, same, like, they're really expensive. Even the surgical grade plastic ones are not cheap.
I mean,
They're a
I
little
would
less.
think, right. I mean, and I can buy her a pair for Christmas, but the thing is that does she really want them
I
enough?
know that's the question. And so we need to probably just look at the website again and have her see if there's any she really wants and then
Mhm.
figure that out
Yeah.
ahead of time.
That would be one less other thing that she might want. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
budget constraints, but
Right. So
yeah. I
I will
haven't really bought the girl a lot of earrings though. I mean, I bought a couple pairs, but
yeah,
I haven't
we've
really
probably
paid
bought
them.
more here and there for them or friends or whatever, but she's always
Yeah.
kind of sad because she looks longingly at these earrings that her sisters are able to wear and she can't wear them. And she has some cute ones, like we've picked out some nice ones for her, but
Yeah.
she doesn't have a very big variety because budget constraints.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys know of something,
If you know of any websites or places that sell surgical grade titanium. Anyways,
it's really interesting that surgical steel does it to her though. Usually that's what people can go to.
stainless steel,
Mhm.
stainless steel does it.
Well, isn't there surgical steel too?
Yeah. Oh, the only other earrings that haven't done it are the ones that she gets that they pierce your ears in. So whatever that metal is, which I need to go back and look, but that might be surgical steel. So that might be another option. I have to go back and look at what Claire's uses to do the earrings they pierce in.
Yeah.
Because those are the ones that she can wear those too.
You know, it'll be
I'll just
interesting
buy
is
some
if
of
she
those.
starts wearing like a watch or if she starts ever wearing watches to see if she breaks out because
Mhm.
Sarah's brother Austin cannot wear certain metals on his wrist.
On his
He
wrist.
breaks out in psoriasis. Yeah. His belt buckle
Mhm.
will irritate his stomach if it
Mhm.
touches his stomach.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So some sensitive skin over here.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, hopefully somebody will have a great resource.
I know. And if not, just worth a shot. But
Yeah.
why not ask?
Yeah, I
Well,
hope
thank you
everybody's
for
doing
watching.
well. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well and stitching away. And
We had a
somebody did
question
ask-
about doing another Zoom call, and it's in my mind of when we can schedule in. I'm thinking maybe try to do one in October or November. November would probably be kind of a quarterly. So we'll keep you posted on the date when we're ready to do another
Yeah.
Zoom chat, because that'd be fun. I always look forward to that.
Yeah. I mean, October might not be bad though.
Yeah, that might be a fun time. I still am dreaming of doing like a little mini retreat of some kind someday with our friends. Someday.
Someday.
And there's time and resources. Anyway. Well, thank you. We're happy that you joined us today. Chatting.
Send us, and don't forget, send us a friend share, a whip share.
Feature friends, yep.
Feature
We love
friend.
to share and feature. And
thank you to those that have recently.
We've
been a
enjoyed
delight
sharing
to
them.
them.
I think I have a little, maybe one more. So
And if you want the cat, use the word cat. If you want
Snow
Snow
and
and Rose, say you want Snow and Rose.
and have a great stitching week.
Okay, bye.
Happy stitching.